Hey man, pour some more Henny in this cup, nigga. I know some of y'all probably went out back smoking and shit, but you know, I don't really get into all that. Yeah. Man. Boy, it's been a long ass week, nigga. Huh?
Shout out to MassCtv. We're on the second installment of Coolin with AC. And, you know, I don't really, you know what I'm saying, well, I guess try to introduce too many people. I mean, but this guy really don't need an introduction because he's wonderful, wonderful artist, talented, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man.
Let me get this out the way.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I'm Mike Floss from Nashville, Tennessee. I rap and I wear outfits.
Getting fits off. Stay getting fits off, bro. So for those that don't know Mike, like, who is Mike Floss? Like, I'm talking about, like, just a quick, like, biography on who you are.
I refuse to answer that question.
Okay.
No, I think it's not so much about who I am as what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where I'm trying to go, where I'm trying to take this music and the culture in Nashville and give it that national platform. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think my purpose is, at least in the city, is to you know, go out there, shine the light, bring it back home.
For sure, bro.
Yeah.
For sure, like, because last year you came out with Tennessee Daydreams, bro, and I know, like, from you as an artist and as a person, you speak so highly on our city. And like, so like, as far as your album, what like inspires you on your concept of that album?
Well, I usually make music first, and then after I get like a batch of like songs kind of in one particular wave, I try to build the music around that.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I just don't know exactly what the key was, because I didn't even have the title until all the music was done. Right. So for me, it was more so about a collection of things that inspire me or sounds that inspire me, and just trying to make the music as honest as possible.
Yeah, I definitely get that, and I know you, like, as far as you producing, bro, you're so deep into it. You can write a verse in about 10, 15 minutes, and that should be like incredible, bro. Like comparing like writing styles, I know you just so, I guess your thoughts come so fluent, and you rap so well, and you can, you know, clearly articulate your thoughts, bro. And that's what I really do admire about you. Like, it
only works that way though when it's like the environment is right, when the energy is right, and also I'm getting to the point now where it's getting harder for me to write if I'm not producing. Like if I'm making the beat and writing the verse, I can write so fast because I'm not trying to wrap my mind around. My mind is already wrapped around the beat. So I don't have to understand what the music is doing. It's just already there. So it's like all I gotta do is put words on it. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
I think it can become a gift and a curse, but the pen is crazy.
Oh yeah, the pen is lethal. I ain't no front. The pen is lethal. What I about to say, so a few years back, like when I first heard about you went by Open Mike, and now you're Mike, and you've been Mike Floss for some time now. Like, what inspired the name change?
I seen this tweet and I forget the girl's name, but she was like, I'm finna start changing my name every time I become great, like a Pokemon.
Okay.
So that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like, just being from Nashville and having the name Open Mike, it's just hard to Google. You know,
for
it's
sure.
hard to find the music on the internet, so I just want people to be able to find it, and I want to represent myself in an honest light.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I about to say, so how did you get started on the Nashville scene? Like, as far as
shoot, that's crazy. Yo, you know what really got me started? Top put me on. I think she was doing, it was something at Vandy.
Okay.
And I want to say I was at Pearl at this time. And
well, you graduated 07? 08?
No, we're not putting that out there.
My bad.
That's one of Lito's tricks.
Oh, my bad, G. My bad, G.
Somebody asked Lito how old he was. He's like, I'm ageless. I was like,
There you go.
I'm gonna jump on that.
Hey, you could have just said
Jump on that. Nigga gonna be 40 and be like, yo.
But I mean, at the same time though, as far as like when it comes to age, I feel like it's never too late though. Like,
no, I don't. It's not a matter of. It's not a matter of late. I don't think any great music is late.
Yeah.
But I do think that you have to. The conversation. This actually brings up an interesting conversation because I know a lot of people that I went to school with that feel like they're not as far as they thought they would be by now. Or they don't see what it's going to take to get over that hump that seems to be there. Well, really, there is no hump. It's just a constant. It's a constant drive. But I think. What song is this? My bad. That's
you good? Now this is Quanto by what's his name? Child or something. Yeah, I think it's nice.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it's nice.
But anyway, people have this point in their mind. You know what I'm saying? And even me sometimes, like when you see people your age in the NBA, and it's like, yo, why did I not just stick to hooping? Or like, why?
right, for
you know what I'm saying? Like, why?
For sure.
But then you think back, it's like, yo, you still in your 20s at the end of the day. So it's like, what really is that point? Is it 30? Is it whenever you hit 1 million? Is it like we don't really know what the point is? And I think that's because the point doesn't exist. I want to find happiness outside of time. So I think focusing on age and stuff is really popular right now in hip hop because it's a good crutch. If you're 17 and you got a song that's blowing up but you can't rap, it's good. Like, what he just said.
You're right, man. I absolutely hate that, dog.
But there's some truth to it. Like, if you're 17, you shouldn't be able to rap with chains. Like, you just shouldn't be able to do that. So I get it, but I also think I want people to look at my music and be like, is the song dope or is it not? Period. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no crutches. I don't want no advantages. I don't want none of that. Just look at the record for what it is. And if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not.
Yeah, for sure. Like, with us saying that, like, from any age range or, you know, from any time, you know, like you were influenced by music, who are a few artists that inspired you to do what you're doing?
Pharrell, Kendrick, Jay-Z, of course. There's some other artists like MF Doom, really like. MF Doom, I think, is the reason why I can rap.
Yeah, he one of the greatest lyricists ever, though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people aren't going to know who MF Doom is, especially like now, you know what I mean?
But without Doom, there would be no Our Future, you know what I'm saying? Like, Doom is really the guy of that style of rap. So once I kind of learned how to do that, I was like, oh, okay, this is how far you can take it with the wordplay. So just studying him, he was big for me, and probably I'll say Andre 3000.
Bro, that's my favorite. Like that's my favorite artist because it's like some of the stuff that he says, like and how you can even if it's the most abstract or you know what I'm saying, the most abstract quote is like how do you even fathom like to even think of
when he
that
said
type of stuff.
What a life anyway. I was like, hold on.
Come on, man. Like what?
Stop it.
Come on. But I feel like if anybody else said that, it wouldn't have hit. It wouldn't have hit it. It wouldn't have hit as hard. But the way he structures it,
where it sits in the line.
Absolutely.
Like, I was talking to Jace about this recently from Atlanta. Shout out to Jace.
Shout out to Jace,
who I think is really dope with like the flows. Like Jace flows is really crazy. And we was in the studio and I was like, yo, what made you want to switch the flow here? Like he did it in like this really strange spot to me. And rather than like most of the time rappers like lyrical rappers will like stick in an even number format. Like either 2 bars around, 4 bars around, we made a whole 8. But he did it on like in the middle of the 3rd bar. Like, I was like, yo, what made you want to do it right there? And he was just like, man, it just felt like if it's going too long, you just have to switch it. Like it's a feeling of like this is old now. After you heard this scheme. So I mean, I think that's what Andre 3000 did with that. It's just like where he places the words in the line. It's some real craftsmanship.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he definitely one of the best. But like as far as you, like what's to you? What does the term "best rapper alive" mean?
Nothing.
Because a lot of people like still claim, you know what I'm saying? Like because a lot of people still claim it, and it's like, does it really matter with so much music coming out now and so many different subgenres in hip hop?
I love hip hop, bro. Like I really like every aspect of the culture, bro. Some niggas start breakdancing outside right now. I'm gonna go watch. Like I don't have no moves to give them, but I'm gonna check it out because I think the culture of what hip hop is like the most, for one, genuinely American art form, and also the most important music genre in the past 20 years, I guess. I mean, name somebody in our generation that doesn't like hip hop music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But no matter, you can be a diehard country fan, but you like some rap songs, you like some Drake songs or something. So it's such a big thing.
Yeah.
And the best rapper alive conversation is almost, not to be on no overly deep shit, but like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not a competition. Like, there is no trophy to be won at the end of the day. We can all argue. It's all subjective. It's art. Like, was Picasso better than Van Gogh? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. I just know his stuff look like this, and his stuff look like that. So, I think that's what it's all about. It's just having a distinct voice and having something that's true that people can grab onto. And if you think somebody's the best, cool. That's just your favorite rapper.
Yeah, for sure. Like, as far as like the attention span with rap, right? Like, a lot of people, you know, we live in a microwave society, right? And it's like, back then, whenever we were listening to music, songs were damn near 10 minutes long. Now, and then like, you get out of the 80s, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're not going to listen to that nowadays. What do you think about, for instance, with Kanye producing like 5 different albums with 7 songs on it? What do you think about that type of format?
I like that format because of Good Fridays. I think it's like
that was tight.
Yeah, I think this is the new Good Fridays to me. Like when they was dropping that song every week and people was waiting like, yo, we gotta hear Looking for Trouble is coming out, or The Devil in the Dress Joint is coming out. Yeah. And the red text and just the way everything was like a cohesive movement. That's tight, and I think that's what this is. But it's not branded as cohesively. It's more so just like Kanye is doing this. But I think the idea is dope. I think the idea of creating music quickly and putting it out is dope. But I do think you lose something in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like you lose something. Like it's dope to be able to put something that's frozen in the microwave for 2 minutes and then be able to eat it. Like that's cool if you don't have time. But I think we do have time, but the way money moves so quickly and advertising dollars are, you know, the leading like way that internet companies make money. Correct. They just try to do so much. Yeah, I just feel like we don't have the time when really you do have 4 minutes. Right. You're right. Like, exactly. Yeah, right. You have 4 minutes. But at the same time, some songs don't need to be 4 minutes. Like some songs need to be 10 minutes. Some songs need to be 2 minutes. But I don't know, man. I think it's all like some kind of conspiracy or something to make money at the end of the day. Like
I do too.
It's weird.
That's a really good point. Well, as far as Kanye, like compared to his past albums to now, like I know he's doing a lot, but like, what do you think he is as an artist? In your opinion, like I don't know how big of a fan you were of Kanye though.
I was a big Kanye fan. His music is sounding different to me right now because of recent events. But I think "Feel the Love" on Kids See Ghosts is incredible. Like it's like the best song that's come out next to what's the second joint on Pusha T's album? The Games We Play.
Man, I like that. The If You Know You Know.
I hate the drop. You hate that? The first verse is so hard.
It's cold.
The first verse is so hard, and he's got this "If You Know You Know," and then there's no. It may be a production thing. I don't think they have a kick on the 808. That's when the beat drops, so it doesn't smack like it needs to. Like on "Feel the Love," when Pusha T's verse is in it, and you hear that drum just start hitting, it makes you excited. When "If You Know You Know" drops, it just doesn't hit for me. I don't know.
Well, like I feel like you're like a mad scientist when it comes to like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I mean that's a good thing because I admire your ear. You know what I'm saying? Because like even when every time I speak with you and you will mention a certain detail in the song, I'm like, oh, like. Yeah. I didn't know that was there. Yeah. Did you play any instruments growing up?
I played trumpet growing up, and I played piano too for a little bit.
Okay, so you listen to like, did you ever listen to like Miles Davis and all that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. You know, I come from a musical background, so I mean, I listened to it, but I didn't listen to it like in my headphones. Like I listened to it because it was around me. Mm-hmm. Going to jazz festivals and like, we never, like I was talking to my girl and I was telling her like, yo, my family never went on vacation, but we did travel. It was because my dad was a traveling musician, so we would go to like festivals and different things, and it was not fun. Like it was like so long, yeah, right. And it's a bunch of jazz music, so it's like, man, I'm ready to go. But I think all of that got into me in some type of way, mm-hmm. to where it affects my creativity now.
Yeah, it's like so quick question. So you know how to read music, I assume. A little bit?
I did. I ain't read no shit music in a minute.
Okay, so like whenever you did, do you think, or whenever you played the instrument, do you think that helped you with your flow at all? Like
reading music?
Like, and not necessarily reading music,
you know
like but playing often and like knowing how to deliver words on the certain.
Absolutely, I think music theory, like just mm-hmm. knowing more so, it's helped me more with production than rapping. Okay. Rapping, I think, is more of like it comes from inside you. Like you can't teach that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't really like, I don't think there's a class that can really teach that. Mm-hmm. And for production there is. And I think mm-hmm. all of that is rooted in music theory. But then there's also like art is art. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be dope, you're gonna be dope regardless. But some people can put that work in and not like I'm not the best producer, but I'm gonna work to get to the point to where it is dope. But I think I have the natural rap skill.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure, bro. What do you think about the death of Triple X?
Oh wow.
Because the reason why I asked is because it's like so many people are stuck on like what he's done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Past like with him being young and all the scandals, and it's like, bro, he was still.
All right. So I'll just be honest. Yeah. So I first heard about Triple X because his mugshot was floating around on the ground first. Mm-hmm. That's the first time I seen him. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo, who is this dude? Mm-hmm. So I went to listen to the music and I was like, yo, this music is actually pretty tight. Right?
I think.
So, but then I heard him say a line that really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I don't, like, everybody has, I think, their moral line, regardless of the genre or whoever the person is. Everybody has a core set of values, and once a particular value gets crossed, that whatever that thing is becomes tainted. Right. So it became tainted for me when I heard him say something to the effect of "rape is my fetish," right? In a rap, and I was like, "That's a really terrible."
Damn, I didn't even hear that song.
Yeah, it's
I feel guilty.
This is like early, like, you know what I'm saying, SoundCloud stuff. Yeah. And I'm not even saying that that's the message that he embodied or anything to that effect. Mm-hmm. But I was turned off from him by that because of my family history and things that I know people have been through personally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, fast forward in the story, you begin to see him, like literally maybe 2 weeks ago, I seen him post something that hit my timeline that was like, after the Spotify thing went down, and he was just seemed really appreciative of people supporting him in that time. And I saw he like shouted out Kendrick Lamar, and also just seemed really genuine. Like he was just like, yo, I want to do the right thing here. Like I don't want to be a negative influence. I want to do something positive, and I'm seeing life differently now. Basically, is what I gathered from it. And I was like, man, that's incredible. You know what I'm saying? That's great. And you can't really judge somebody too harshly because they crossed your particular moral flaw. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I've crossed somebody's particular moral flaw. Like I'm sure there's probably super pro-black people that won't listen to me because I say nigga a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they'll be like, yo, we not rocking with him. I don't talk about Africa enough or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I may not be conscious enough, or I may not be cool enough, or whatever. Like some people just have these lines that if you don't fit those boxes, they don't rock with you. And I think for him, he definitely had massive influence. He definitely had the opportunity to do something great. And it's a real sad thing for anyone to be murdered, you know what I'm saying, outside of self-defense. And I think it's an interesting conversation of can we separate art from a person? And also, is our judgment of people valid? You know what I'm saying? Like there's a movie called, I had a long conversation with somebody about this just like last night. And I was like, but if you watch the movie Beasts of No Nation, right? I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
So it's basically a movie about these child rebel soldiers in Africa. They get taken from their families and they get put into these armies. And when they get put into these armies, they're like 8 and 9 years old, and they put an AR in their hands and get them high on drugs, and then start sexually abusing them and just completely like brainwash them and turn them into these monsters, right? So in their mind, this is their family, this is their brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? This is how we live, this is how we move. And they're raping women, they're murdering people in villages for no reason, and just like it's all hedonism and conquer, and anything that feels good, I'm doing it, right? But you're not. So that person's crimes should absolutely be illegal. They should absolutely be punished for these crimes. However, we have to look at the circumstances around these crimes and say, is this person a victim or is this person a criminal? And it's a really difficult answer if you don't know what put that person in those predicaments.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the real conversation, because if we can solve the predicaments, then we can solve the crimes. But if we only punish crimes and we don't solve the real problem, it's never going to go away. So I mean, I don't know really what to feel. I think most people don't know what to feel. But I do think all things work together for good at the end of the day. And something good will come out of his life.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, yeah, I'm hoping so. Cause I mean, you look at like other people that were considered in this lane, like a Lil Pump or like a 6ix9ine or whatever.
Right.
And it, like from what I've seen, they were perceived like, okay, this was a life, you know what I'm saying, or a wake up call type thing. But you look at somebody like 6ix9ine that trolls all the time. What's your opinion on like the trolling stuff that's going on? Because I feel like hyperbole now is becoming like the new real in a way. You see what I'm saying? Like with the upcoming people. And I feel like the music. I mean, some of that music is actually pretty cool because
Gummo is hard. There's no way around it. But I do think there is. I think it's a little unfair. Because like I said, we've created an environment as a society where this is what you gotta do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the stuff you gotta do. Like, if your hair is not a different color, like, you not popping for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have a certain amount of face tats, you're not popping for real. Like, you're not the new generation or whatever. And it's like, you could be a brand new artist and nobody knows who you are, making dope music. Yeah. But the lane that really gets the platform and gets the thing is the lane that catches the most attention. But I think it's always been that way.
Yeah,
I don't think
for
it's
sure.
nothing
new is under the sun.
Yeah,
I feel the same way, bro.
Work, whether it's McDonald's or whether it's whoever. That's why the Super Bowl commercials are so wild. Everybody wants to catch. If you can catch attention, you can create $1. So I mean, I think it's always been that way, and that this is like wrestling. And all of it is fake. But I just hope that the people off Instagram know that Instagram is fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see that be a hard thing to get. You can get consumed by your persona if you're making something up for long enough. So I just hope everybody knows that it's just fake. But a lot of people don't care that it's fake. And there's consequences to some of the things that people say. Like, I think the way people invite violence and aggressive activity upon themselves is not cool. And like when you see Tekashi in Chicago, it's like, yo, he's antagonizing a lot of people that don't care about this is fake. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the best way to move, in my opinion.
Nah, I don't know. It's like, I feel like, is that a lack of self-awareness? Is that a lack of...
Nah, bro, niggas
you know
just want to get a check. Like,
yeah.
It's just like, it's a check, it's your ego, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to let nobody punk you, and if they punk you and you got 10 million followers, now you feel like you're getting punked in front of 10 million people.
Right.
So now you stuck in it, you know what I'm saying? There is no way out, seemingly, if you caught up in that. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Everything is weird to me.
It's very weird.
It's weird, like, because you sit down and you have conversations with people that you think are one way on the internet, and then you meet them and you're like, bro, you're a lame. Like, I wish I never met you, and I would be able to enjoy what you do a lot more, because all of this, everything is fake. Like, rappers is fake. A lot of things are fake. And I don't know. I just try to be me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In the midst of all of that, and just have faith in the music and have faith in my intention and my work ethic to where I don't have to play them games.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, it's music an escape for you, like, from reality? Is it part of your reality? Is it what's another question I was trying to think? Oh, for instance, like on a self-awareness scale, right? From 1 to 10, where do you rank yourself?
That's a good question. Music has never been an escape for me. I think I don't know, just to be totally honest, bro, like I experience what this is weird to say because we're on camera, but I experience like it's this thing called depersonalization, where basically you're very much so aware of you inside of yourself, but you kind of separate the two.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. It's a definition for it, but I think for me, music is what keeps me inside of me. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, okay.
Because
that's an interesting answer. Like, I've never heard of an answer like that.
I'm numb to a lot of stuff. Like, I think there's so much information. I'm assuming that's why it is. Maybe because there's so much information, or there's so much going on, or I'm trying to do so much, that I feel like if I take some time to have emotion, or if I take some time to feel something, it's just going to slow me down, and nobody really cares about how I feel. But when I make music, I'm allowed to feel, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving myself time to like be within myself and be like, how do I actually feel? What do I want to say? Who do I want to be? What do I think is valuable in life? And I can do that there, where everywhere else it's like nothing really phases me. And man, I'm gonna be honest too. I think it all started when like the police killings really started becoming so visual. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing new. Right. Everybody's had a bad run-in with the police if you black. But I think seeing that and like at first I was on some like, yo, we gotta get the body cameras, we gotta, like, what can I do? Woo. And then like that happens for a while, and then they get the body cameras and stuff still happens, and they don't go to jail, and they keep their job, and it's like, okay, well that didn't work. That was our best idea. We ain't really got no other ideas. And I'm like, I can't be worried about everybody. If I do, I'm gonna go crazy. Right. So it caused, but on the other side of that, I can't just become a heartless, unempathetic person. I think music keeps me from doing that. But for the most part, bro, like nothing, I don't really care. Like it's too much stuff to care about. Like I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind if I care about all this stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Well, as far as mental health, how do you think, like, how important is that to you? Or
it's important. It's a hot topic right now, which I think is good in the long run, because hopefully like some 6-year-old kid will feel like it's okay for him to be honest about how different he feels from everybody else around him. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's dope for that. I think a lot of people manipulate it, and that's one of the most disgusting things ever. And people turn it into a brand that's not cool to me, because when you got friends and friends of friends that have killed themselves or cut themselves or done all these different things or create, you know, they go to addictions and they use drugs heavy, and you know, stuff happens. It's like you don't play with stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, this rap thing is not that serious for us to be playing around with people's lives without influence. Like, that's not cool to me, and it's frustrating. But it is good that it's that popping to where it can be done, because maybe there's some truth coming through in the mix of all of the fake stuff, that will help somebody.
Yeah, I know about how other artists feel, but it's like if you think about the origin of hip hop, it was based on real stuff, like as far as like how they were living in the Bronx and all that stuff, and based on dancing and actually for how people felt to do that. So it's like artists that came up back then, they felt the responsibility. I say the ones that were, I say like the Rakims of the world or KRS-Ones, those type, because there was so many brands back then too. Like you said, there was nothing new. But do you feel a responsibility at all towards those that are seeking some type of escape? You know what I'm saying? From, I guess, stuff that they go through or somebody to look to?
I don't like the word escape because, like, I don't think we need to provide escape.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I think we need to provide maybe release or maybe a place of joy or peace or happiness or understanding. But to just make something that's just about pretending like everything else doesn't exist, I can see how that can help in a moment, but I think what helps the most is stuff that makes you understand who you are. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that brings you closer to self.
Yes.
I think that's the best stuff, because even if you are using it to just escape and to numb yourself, and we all do it, like I do it too, like there's sometimes I just listen to like the loudest music that's out. I don't even have to really like it that much. As long as the 808s is distorted and big, I can cut that on and just space out for a minute.
Yeah.
But I think that's not what I'm here to provide. Maybe somebody else is here to provide that. I don't think that's what I'm here for.
Now, for like another thing I see you doing is very interesting, very cool thing you're doing is the Floss Daily joint. It's like, and I know you're 6 months in now, so like, what inspired you to do that, bro? Like, that's not an easy task to like.
That's gone now. That's all been removed.
Why you removing, man? What you doing, man?
It's a situation. Man.
Oh, okay.
So, but it did help me create a very big folder of music. So basically what I was doing, for people that don't know, is making a song every day. And I got that from this girl named Kirby Lauren that is from Memphis, actually. She did it a few years ago. And I thought it was so crazy. And she was making a song every day for a long time and just posted it. And it was just like, at the end of some of them, she was like, I don't know. Hopefully y'all like it. If not, I have another one tomorrow. I don't know. But I think what it teaches you how to do is to be disciplined with creativity. And I've seen a lot of people that can't do both. Like, you got some people that are really hyper creative, but they only move when they feel inspired. When I think you have a relationship with your creativity, and the more that it's like having a girlfriend. Like, the more that you spend time with your creativity, the more that you invest into your creativity, the less your creativity is going to give you a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
If you're not spending that time with your creativity and like nurturing that relationship, the conversations is going to be much harder. So it taught me how to do that, and it taught me how to be disciplined, and it also taught me not to make music with so much pressure. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm making another one tomorrow. So today is really not that critical. Like, today may not be the day, but a lot of times when you're able to free yourself from that pressure, I think that's when I make my dopest music, when I'm not really trying.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you've made some dope music for sure on those Floss Daily joints. I just hate to let go, man. I miss it, man. I'm not gonna lie, I miss it. But another quick question, like, who are a few artists around Nashville that you like? You know what I'm saying?
It's a few of them, bro. I just did a track with Walt Flames. Walt Flames is hard. Shout out to Walt Flames. I like what Kai is doing, what Brown is doing. We got your usual suspects like Black Sun, Stan, Petty.
Petty's album's hard, by the way.
Petty's album is hard. It's a lot of people. Lil Bree is very fun to watch. Shout out to Lil Bree.
Shout out to Lil Bree.
I'm gonna do a song with him as soon as possible. let me see. Of course, Schmuck is doing some crazy production. Schmuck the Loyal. Let's see. It's a lot of them, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of them. And I think, so this is what I think about the Nashville hip hop scene.
I was just about to ask you that question. I was just about to ask you a question. You know
I'm noticing how it goes. And you got your usual people that you see, right? Mm-hmm. You got your usual people that everybody kind of knows. These people are making music. You know who Kanye is. You know who these people are. And they're dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I also see a lot of people that are also dope that are doing music in different spaces, in different ways, and different subgenres of the art. Mm-hmm. And I think there needs to be a bridge, but I also think it's fire. Like I think the core asset that we have in Nashville is that we have so many different sounds.
And yeah, because I was about to ask you, like, does Nashville even have like a subgenre? For instance, you know, Atlanta would have trap. And,
that's played out, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That's played out. That's old. That's the old way of thinking. That's the old way of doing music. It's having a whole city run around and sound like the first nigga that blows out of that city. Right. It's not cool. Right. So I think what Nashville does exceedingly well is everybody just kind of does what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not something we're chasing. It's not some particular song structure or format or platform for releases or nothing. It's like everybody's doing their own thing. But what happens is it gets lost in the shuffle. So we just got to figure out some kind of network or some type of platform or something that's just everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's really hard to do, especially like because nobody cares about blogs anymore, and everything's like playlists.
Do you think a festival would even work, like A3C-ish type joint? That won't work either, huh? Yeah,
it would be cool to do, but what is it going to achieve? Like, there has to be an end goal in mind, and I think that's what we need for all Nashville artists. And some people, like Schmuck is one of the people that remind me of that all the time. He'll be like, yeah, you could put this song out, but then what? I'm saying, like, what are we trying to do when we release this song? And sometimes you just put music out because you love it, but I do think there has to be a mindset for, like, why are we not driving foreigns? You know what I'm saying? Why are we not buying houses and buying property in Nashville so we're not getting pushed out of the city? Like, why are we not doing that with these gifts that we have?
That's a great.
We gotta figure out. We just gotta figure out how to make it happen. It's nobody's fault. It's not like anybody's doing nothing wrong. But like that's an end goal. Like, we gotta get to the point to where this music is generating enough revenue to where we're buying property and we can have some ownership on the land, because we don't have that shit.
And Nashville is growing, and it's not growing for, you know what I'm saying, for us.
I don't know where niggas coming from. I don't know how many people, bro. It's so wild. Like, every time I go anywhere in the right, you gonna babysit that all day?
I'm trying, man. I'm over here like, what am I doing?
But no, it's so many people coming in, bro. Every time I drive down the street that I haven't driven on in 3 days, it's a new building going up, bro. It's just wild. Like, it's wild. And I think we deserve to own some of these houses. We deserve to own some of these apartment buildings and have people paying us rent. We've been here. We've been here the whole time, and we created the energy that even makes people think that this is cool. You know what I'm saying? So what are we gonna get back from it? We deserve something.
We do, man, because it's like.
But we don't deserve nothing until we pay for it at the end of the day. So I'm just saying, the end goal has to be somewhere. Like, it's fun to do shows and to have a bunch of people come and jump around and do all of this and make $1,000 or whatever it is based on the ticket price. But it does not make sense if we're not trying to go somewhere.
That's a great point, yo. Because we gotta find a way to create it, but it's like so many people have different opinions. Like, if you talk to somebody else, they're gonna have a different view on it. They're gonna have a different view on it. And we may be in the same community, so what do you think? I guess it'll take to get people on the same page, because some people don't think as I want to say in a complete circle or a complete you know, I guess define an end goal on that besides fighting for themselves and not for the entire.
This is the first thing I think
for the entire community.
And I've talked about this with a few people. We need a brick and mortar. We need a physical location, whether that's a studio, an art gallery, or an event space, or whatever it is. We have to buy a building. One. We just got to get one. We can get 10 people to put in on it, or whatever it takes. We got to buy a building, right? Once we buy a building, we create all the opportunities in our culture, in hip hop or whatever, at one space, right? Then once that space becomes too small, we do this like Slim and Huskies. You know what I'm saying? Like they have the formula over there. They're killing it. Like, and that's the end goal. Like it's expansion. They got physical property. They have a customer base that they can use for new opportunities. They have everything running like clockwork over there, and it shows. And then the food is good. So it's like we have the product, right? And we have the people, but we just don't have the building, and we don't have the business structure to make it something more than what it is.
Well, where about in the city would you place this building? Ideal.
Anywhere like
a central location.
15 minutes or less from downtown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it can't be in Antioch. It can't be in Madison. It can't be in Smyrna or Laverne. It's got to be somewhere that's like North Nashville, East Nashville, like one of those areas. Because if we can do that, bro, like what we can do is control what these companies are going to require. Because there's no way that all of these companies and all of these eyes are going to be on Nashville, and somebody's not going to stick the flag as a hip-hop hub in the middle of the city.
Right.
If we don't get on it quick, it's going to be somebody that's not from here, and they're going to promote music that's not from here, and then people from Nashville are going to be begging to get down with whoever that is. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's the way. Like, we need to own this, and we need to be able to monetize it and make it something sustainable for years to come.
Yeah, man. That's
Mike Floss 2020.
Yeah, right, exactly. Might as well be. Yeah, you supposed to be the guy to go for mayor.
That's just how I feel, bro. It might be the Four Roses. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that's what we need, and we have all of these brands. We got these clothing brands like Outer Circle and CKDO, and all of these people is doing all of this dope stuff, and we just need a place to where we say, yo, if it's happening in Nashville and this hip hop culture, these people know about it. Period.
Exactly.
And they have influence over what's going on. It's like elevate Nashville, but to a greater scale. Yeah,
man. And that's why I think that's why it's a blessing to have this going on, like this dialogue, man, and it needs to continue. But also, what's dialogue without action, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. What is it without action?
And I don't really have the knowledge of real estate. Like I don't own a crib. I don't own a physical building and nothing like that. But it's something I'm trying to get into and trying to learn about.
Yeah.
But I think if we can all say, okay, this is the goal. You know what I'm saying? And if everybody is kind of thinking like, does this push us towards that? Then cool. Even if it's not even like, let's say it's some guys from West Nashville that don't even like me at all. Like don't mess with me, don't know who I am, whatever. As long as they're on that type of thinking, good. You know what I'm saying? Because they can get their building out west.
Right.
Like, that's where it's happening at. And it can be of a certain quality level where it goes further than like anything that we've seen before in the city. Like we don't really have a hip hop studio. Like Atlanta has hip hop studios. Like, you know, you can go to Tree Sound, or you can go to, you know, these different studios in Atlanta, and it's gonna be plaques on the wall. It's gonna be this person recorded this platinum song here, blah blah blah. There's a lot of country studios, and they're not doing as well as they have in the past because that's just what it is. But if we could do something that was, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a recording studio, what it is, but there needs to be something.
I feel like that's a great like idea or a great foundation. You know what I'm saying, for what you're talking about? Because I'm definitely, you know, because with me working at, you know what I'm saying, at AT&T, I see all this money just come through the store, bro. I see all this, I'm like, golly, like
all day, bro.
Like how is this?
Bro, it might be a grocery store. It might be a organic. you know, fruits and it might be Trap Garden setting up a organic fruits and vegetables building somewhere. I don't know what it is, like, but it's something where we can have some control and we can have some land and we can funnel everything through that particular place. It may even be Slim and Huskies. You know what I'm saying? It may even be like sitting down with the guys at Slim and Huskies if it's something they're interested in and figuring out what that step is for black business in Nashville. I don't know. But I don't know. That's just the lines of thinking that I've been on lately.
For sure. Now with the rap, like, do you think there's a lot of money in the actual, like, I guess in hip hop as an artist? Like, do you think there's a lot of money in it, or do you have any other like outside endeavors at all?
You got to, because it's art. You know what I mean? And anytime I think you have to, anytime like art becomes too much about money, like I just don't think it's fun no more. Like if you're doing like some stuff you do, some stuff is of value to you based upon the money, where you wouldn't do it otherwise. Sure. And that's okay. But I think when that's all it becomes for people, as far as I've seen from a distance, where it seems like people is just chasing the check and they start playing themselves and doing stuff that's like out of character, then I don't ever want it to become that for me. So I want to make sure I have some other like situations going on to where I don't have to rely on rap money. But there's plenty of money. Now I don't even say rap, but there's plenty of money in songwriting. There's plenty of money in branding, in marketing, and advertising. There's plenty of money in a lot of places that people may not go to. Like, I don't give a damn about a record deal. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the record label format is played out. There's some people that may be doing innovative things to it, but by and large, like, I don't care about being on no record label. Like, that's not a win. That's not, what does that mean? You know like, and you think it means something until you see the contracts and you like,
bro, what?
Why would I do this? It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
I can make more money not doing this than doing this. But if I do sign this, I can say, I finally got a record. You know what I'm saying? But like, who even cares about that no more? Like, what's a record label that's really tight besides TDE in Dreamville? Like, there's a few. I mean, Rock Nation is like, you have record labels that's tight just upon the brand of the name, but it's not that many.
Right. And
it's not that many that's actually doing something for you that I feel like you can't do yourself over time. They may be able to jumpstart you for sure. Yeah. Like if somebody, and I say this to also say, if there was a good record deal that came my way and it was like, I'll be an idiot to pass on this, I'm taking a record deal. Yeah, but that's not my aim. Like I'm not waking up in the morning like, I gotta get a record deal, I gotta figure out how to get a record deal. There's too many other ways to make money. And I think that's what people don't know is that there's so much more ways to make money that don't require you selling your master or don't require you to be on an album schedule with 20 other artists. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many other ways to make money in this business that you really don't have to chase that.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Well, man, it's time to wrap it up, man. Go ahead and give everybody your social media handle, man, music, all that, bro.
Mike Floss Music is on my social media. I don't know, man. I'm Mike Floss. I'm a kid from Nashville. I rap.
He's wonderful, people. He's great, man.
I got some pretty cool shoes today. I'm wearing these BBC Stan Smiths.
Stay fresh, bro.
We doing good today. We chilling.
Stay fresh, bro. Hey, man. Well, this is AC, man. Second installment of Coolin with AC. Man, a lot more greatness coming soon. So, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, and we out. Yo. This is the irony of being fake lit and probably buzzed. Well, honestly, my modesty sucks, and if I told Kanye, he'd probably shrug. If I want it, I'll get it. I'm in the right fitted with the chick that's 5'6", listening to my lyrics. Only makes this, I paid this, my intention, so let the deaf see me and let the blind hear it. Well, don't pray for me, pray for the weak. Don't play unless you playing for keeps. I play like 2K, now don't play with me. Shit, I'll turn off 2K like Stein playing with me. Sheesh, I'm ready to see. I'll see, well you see me slumbering. I was just Stevie wondering. Head nod to the public and a fist to the motherland. All right, please, come again.
Yeah. The quick, I run through. and I tell a bitch to suck dick. That's the wild type shit that we done heard. Shit. I don't know what's new. I don't know what's old. I don't know the truth. Only thing I know is told. Only thing I know is the Rolls Royce is not that expensive unless you buying gold, and that'll probably be present. I priced the Rolex the other day, and in my bank account they wouldn't let me. I said, forget me. Matter of fact, forgive me. But that's all I know for real. My first Rolls Royce would probably be Oyster Steel. My first Rolex is probably the Oyster Steel. More appeal. Keep it trill. Young Floss on the beach, you know we keep it real. Southern Yankee fitted on my head, that's a snapback. Got the Fetty pack and said fuck the backpack. I was in the back, looking at the line, and then I had to react that. My reaction was too relaxing. Had to turn up the swag, had to rebound stand, had to Reebok in. Iverson the answer. I gave niggas all of this growth, they call it cancer. I don't even know what we doing, she want a dancer. I don't even know if she a stripper or a dancer. That's a ballerina. Matter of fact, I don't know if I done never seen her. Anywhere with her ass somewhere between her. Always spread open, I don't know the meaning. A lot of feminists is saying that they like to twerk. A lot of feminists is saying that they pro-sex work. And I don't know if I can let my niece go that route. Cause if she do, I'll probably cry my eyeballs out. Cause I think that lots of times we need more money and more funds means less work. That's how it go. A lot of times niggas don't know what's in the show. Behind the curtain, behind the flirting. I'm trying to see what she got behind the skirting. Flow flipping, I can find the curtain. I signed my own checks. New tax, sign my own neck. Finna get the Wakanda spear on the back of my hand, vibranium flow. All of these hoes know that I could probably go, but won't, cause I got a bad one, and I got a mad one. You see me and the girl, she gon' probably get massive. I don't know what's going on, it's Marilyn Manson. This shit might get bloody. I know that she love me. I know that she fucking with a nigga because the bar's tight. Xanax flow, know the bar's right. Yeah. I'ma keep it going like all night. Beyonce, we beat all night.
Oh my God.
Yo, it's Mike Floss, you rockin' with MassCtv. Hey, don't look at me, don't look at me crazy. Don't look at me funny. Y'all know what it is,
Some of y'all probably
MassCtv.
out back smoking and shit, but you know, I don't really get into all that. Man. Boy, it's been a long ass week, nigga. We rollin' in the same game, different levels, and we're dealing with the same hair, but different devils. Looking up to the sky to ask the Lord to propel us. See that girl I want when you